Let's customize Raiden's body, and let's use one of these. These were also retail exclusive DLC. They've made merchandise of this, and this will also appear in a future game. I'm quite partial to the Inferno armor, though, because it's red, and red is very cool. It makes you move 3 times faster. I wish it did, but no, it gives us double the grenades. So white gives us double the healing items, red gives us double grenades, and the commando armor, the olive drab version, gives us double rocket launchers. We're going to go with red, and let's take a look at one of the wigs. We're going to go with the B wig, which, like I said, it's called blue, but you'll see that in-game it is definitely white. Why would I want to have a red outfit and white hair? Why would you want something like that? Who can say? It does make him look absolutely crazy. So yeah, now we have Infinite Ripper mode, which is really fun to mess around with, because, among other things, we go into Blade mode, you might notice things are very slow. Look how slow. Look how slow. And you can just stay like this forever. The game just lets you do this as a reward. I could come over here and just start smacking him. It's not going to do too much. Ooh, he's going to swing at me, though. Let's just back it up a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty funny. You can also just stay like this forever. It's fun. I always like when games give you the ability to just have, he just shot his buddy. I feel like that happened last time, too. But yeah, I like when games give you the ability to have infinite, like, magic meter or whatever as an upgrade. Infinite health is not usually that fun. Infinite ammo can be fun. But even then, you know, I feel like infinite DT, infinite, you know, magic meter, whatever your secondary meter is pretty fun, because you want to be able to use it to do all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, like, if it wasn't obvious, I like this combination because it makes us look like Dante from Devil May Cry. Hey, remember this?
Yes, Tovarich.
Hell yeah. Oh yes, you can see now we have a maximum of 10 of the different types of grenades we can use. Of course, we only have 5 because before switching to this, we could only carry 5. So it's not like it gives you 10 to start with. You still have to get 10. It's not the most useful thing. Again, the brown wig that gives you infinite ammo of all types is the most useful if you want to play primarily with weapons, which it is kind of fun to do that. Again, it's, to me, this is the wig to use. The Blade mode wig. But because this is not a shooty game, it can be kind of silly to go around with infinite stinger launchers and just kind of unload on everything. Infinite get hit in the face meter? Well, only when I'm on the controls. Ooh. Oh my god, PT.
The road is blocked by barricades. We will proceed through the buildings. You will follow me.
Well, good thing it's barricades. If it was dogicades, you couldn't get through. Alright. Yeah, so that... I keep wanting to say DT'd. Ripper mode... air heavy attack with Bloodlust, with the pincer blade. Pretty much just destroys these things. Oh, that time it didn't, though. Which I guess that proves, yeah, it is a % chance. Oh, but it did enough damage to just obliterate it. Alright. Let's get absolutely silly here. Oh. He's not even active yet. There we go. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite bonuses in any game because you can get absolutely silly. Remember when I said there's a way to cheese some of those hostages? Well, the hostages aren't unlocked. They don't unlock the wigs, thankfully. The wigs, I think, are unlocked through... Might be finding the MIBs. It might be... I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember what unlocks the wigs. It might be the data chips. But, you know... You're having difficulty saving those hostages because everyone reacts too fast. Why not just freeze time, idiot?
Been plotted based on data culled from various security systems. I took the liberty of adding a guidance device to your chassis to ensure you do not stray too far. Handy, eh?
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar.
It's last time I used the upper route, but yeah, you can press this button. Oh, maybe I showed this because I made the elevator currently stairs sorry for the convenience reference. Maybe I went back and did the fight. That's starting to sound familiar now.
What's your status?
Yeah, we're gonna reference Rose in this call. That's why I'm skipping that.
You won't change my mind.
And your
Rose.
You do?
Yep, Rose, you heard it.
No.
And
I'll do all I can over the codec to I do not.
More interested in this lady. Yeah. Alright. And again, the little, the Drebin insignia here. If you can see it. It's a little... Can I cram the camera? No. Well, you can barely see. Drebin's insignia is on that brochure. Alright, the office fight. You know what? Hey. Because there's a bunch of little dwarf gecko here. Let's use this with Ripper mode. Yeah! Because it does a lot of hits. It'll basically destroy everything. Now again, this is broken as hell. But there's a problem. There's a problem with always being in Ripper mode. And that is the fact that, look at our score, B rank. We can't really do much in terms of Zandatsu. We can't really do much in terms of combos. Because things die too fast. So even though it's very strong, it's not very stylish. Hey. Shouts out to Rose. She's not the worst, but she's up there. And that's the thing, right? A lot of people didn't like Rose in MGS2, and I don't even blame them. Again, I think the problem in MGS2 is what happens when you try to put a realistic relationship in your cool spy espionage game, but you don't know what a realistic relationship looks like. So you write the relationship between Jack and Rose, who you named off of the Titanic characters, which is also annoying that they're just a Titanic reference. My problem with Rose, you know, we are not the same. You hate Rose because she's a woman. I hate Rose because MGS4's writing is terrible. Yeah, my problem with Rose really comes in with the as we discussed with the MGS4 stuff, where it's like, well, hey, you know, my boyfriend who I love, he was manipulated using my image and the image of his beloved Colonel Campbell. Why don't I get together with Campbell and manipulate him for his own good? And I'm like, you're an idiot. You two are fucking morons that you thought that was a good idea. That's the one thing you shouldn't have done. That is the one thing. The one thing you absolutely should not have done, and you both decided to do it. So, you know, not the biggest fan of Rose. Let's see. See if I can shake the heat here. He's coming down after us. And that's pretty cool. Another thing, yeah, having the cardboard box and such. Now you would... Oh! That's not normal. Well, we'd hate for him to have to shoulder that burden alone, so let's just alleviate him of his life. Yeah, you might not sneak too much on your first playthrough, so having the cardboard box and such the whole time. Granted, we would have already had it by this point, but it's, you know, you can experiment more with it. There's no equivalent of the stealth gear in this, which is a shame, because I think it would have been equally fun to mess around with. You the only one that's left? I think so. How do we do this, even? How do we... I have to be above him. I have to be above him. Hey! Hey! Why did this rooftop suddenly become the most scuffed thing ever? I don't know, but I kind of dig it. It's kind of funny. The game knows that I am messing with it, so in turn, it is messing with me. Alright, so see that section of roof over there? I believe there's a hidden fight there that I just completely neglected before. Oh.
What happened? What is going on? Right, answer me.
Welcome to the rooftops of Scuff. Oh, and it puts us back here. Alright, whatever, that's fine. See, I was like, oh, I didn't, I didn't clear the gap with my jump. I should use my really good, really cool dive kick move that, you know, Dystopia, well, Dystopia doesn't let me do it, but it at least lets me get a little more airtime. But, you know, right, Dystopia and Bloodlust let me do that. They don't let me do the dive kick. So, I'm like, let me use my cool dive kick that I usually get when I have my sword, but because I had the polearm, the objective worst weapon in the game, according to me and me only, everyone else loves it, I don't get access to my dive kick, so I can't clear the gap, and instead I just plummet down below to the streets of Denver. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. I mean, it's funny, though, because we see later on that he takes a fall from, like, the top of, the Marshall HQ building, which is much higher than this, and he doesn't die. but it's fine. You know, this is one of those games filled with video game contrivance. They try to make as much sense of it as they can, what with having, like, you know, things like the like, EMP walls that lock you into fights, and Doctor saying, like, oh, yeah, you know, from your perspective, it'll seem as though time is slowed down, but you're just becoming more perceptive of things around you, and blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, you know, it's just a bottomless pit video game contrivance. It's fine. Don't worry about it too much. Hammer Bros! I think, even though I really like Bloodlust and Dystopia quite a bit, I think the basic sword might be my favorite moveset. Just because of how versatile it is. Like, I like the option of using Bloodlust and the option of using Dystopia, because one's really good at severing enemies and breaking armor, the other's really good at stunning enemies. I like those utilities as an option, but overall, I'm just a fan of having a sword. Alright, now I think it's back here. Yes. Oh. Oh, item. Come on, come on. There we go. This was one of the things I missed. I think it's just BP. Yep. And, yeah, I was gonna say, I know there's a fight here, too. And they're aggressive. And they're pushing me to the edge here. I'm trying not to lose my head. You know what? Hell yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go nuts. Come on. Raiden won't go up. Okay. Raiden can't go up. He can't get it up. That's a... you know... A lot of challenges come with the new cyborg body. That's one of them. Sometimes you just have trouble getting up. Hey, how are you? Oh, you brought a buddy this time. Oh, and the helicopter finally decided to join us. I pointed it out last time. That would explain the homing missile they give us as well. They like to give you those when helicopters are about, because they know the rules. They know the rules of fighting helicopters in Metal Gear. And of course, the storm is approaching. Yeah. Sorry about that, guy. Yep. That's fine. We saved him last time. We also stripped him last time. And I also... I didn't quite get it. I remembered Blade Wolf's call just canceling all of our jump momentum. I jumped a little too soon. Oh no, we're falling! Whoa! And I'm spinning! I'm spinning! That's still cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so last time I did this, I was on my television, and I had the brightness absolutely cranked. I was cranking it. And I could see my way through. This time, not so much. So we're just gonna fight all these gorillas here. Unless I can just get... Nope! Oh! Alright then. So Devil Trigger, you don't need to have full DT to activate. So you can DT, do a couple hits, and then conserve the rest of your meter. Ripper mode, oh! Man, you really gotta wiggle in a way that I don't feel comfortable with. Ripper mode you have to be completely full on in order to use, so you don't really get the opportunity often to just pop it for a couple hits. Unless you, you know, deactivate it quickly. Man, I am shaking that stick like crazy. It must need way more rotations on this difficulty. Yeah, I am, it's just... Oh my god. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is having the infinite Ripper mode is fun because you get to experiment with, you know, where you can put the Ripper moves in your combos without having to worry about building the meter again, and then you can go back into the, you know, game as intended without it knowing, oh hey, you know, for example, like any Bloodlust move, right? Like you can start it and then go into Ripper mode and hit with the Ripper mode version, and it'll like kind of destroy most things, and you might not be able to learn that on your own. Got out of it that time. Oh! They're still out and about. Oomst? Yoomst? Do I really need to? I guess so. Alright. There we go. C rank. We crank it. Cranking it in the dark.
Right. It would appear you secure about to proceed. Those do not.
Yep, cut loose. We are gonna cut loose.
Right. You have almost reached World Marshal headquarters.
We're gonna get that cardboard box. And I think no. I thought there was a way to get up there. Like, you could grapple to him and get up there. But I guess not, because he doesn't want to actually grapple to it at all. Let's just cut this thing down. No. There we go. So I remember liking Dystopia quite a bit for dealing with Grods too. I remember Grods just being the enemy that for some reason always gave me the most trouble. And that's a lot of why I liked the Sai and the Pincer Blade. See, the free stuns. The free stuns, man. Come on. Open up. I need to slice more dudes. Yeah. Hell no, I'm not. I need to slice more dudes. Oh. So I think I might have mentioned this, but, you know how Devil May Cry has a system where enemies off-screen will not attack you? This game doesn't have that system. Like, in Devil May Cry, and even Bayonetta, I believe, enemies off-screen will want to move on-screen before they attack. Famously, Ninja Gaiden, the 3D Ninja Gaiden games, do not have that. So they're much more aggressive, much more difficult, in probably the most annoying way a game can be difficult, which is dudes right off screen just hitting you with something you couldn't react to. This game also does that, and, you know, I'm not the biggest fan. I still love this game, but it's like, every now and then you can feel when exactly that is happening. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could, tackle this like so. Now, see, they have crazy peripheral vision, though. Oh, God. Alright, 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 alright. Now, see, I didn't bring up the idea of enemies attacking you off-screen as a demonstration of what was about to happen here, but it seems as though it's happening here anyway. Oh, we got dudes around us, though. So, that giant swing is going to actually deal damage to them. Okay, I'm starting to get the wiggle. I'm starting to understand the wiggle. Can I... We can change this. Okay. Oh! Oh my god. This is kind of why I like very hard. Revengeance, this wouldn't be happening. What would be happening in Revengeance is I would parry a dude and instantly kill him, but then if someone hit me once, I would instantly die. It's not as funny as this. This is a mode where silly things happen. Hey, look, it's the same move we use against Blade Wolf. Because Blade Wolf, you know, it's kind of similar to the Grodd in that he's like an ascended version of a regular enemy. I thought that chair was a dwarf gecko. Which, I mean, I guess if you're Mistral, there's no difference. Can't forget that.
That's my boy.
Hell yeah. I wish they had the names. I wish they had the names like MTS3. So you can then, like, Google one of them and be like, what? This lady was in Kamen Rider a couple years later? That's crazy. That's true. Look it up. Yep, I'm not a decent lunatic, though. I'm in my happy place here. Look, you can get him to cut himself off. It's pretty funny. No, this isn't my sword. This is your sword. See, it's a representation. My sword getting broken is a representation of my ideals changing, and I'm picking up your sword, you know, to pick up your ideals. Your more proactive methods of rather than simply, you know, protecting, identifying a true threat and dealing with it, and knowing that what I'm doing may not save the world, but it can save some people. You know, that's what ended up happening there at the end. Sam, if you weren't paying attention to the narrative themes. Sam, did you know that even though this game had a different lead writer and director, it still has narrative themes? And did you know that most narratives actually have themes? It's true, it's not something that Metal Gear Solid 2 invented in 2001, despite what a lot of people might tell you. Narrative themes existed long before that, and still continue to this day under many authors. And also, just because something has narrative themes, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're good. Something can have narrative themes and you can disagree with them, you know. And you can write a story that says just about anything. You could make a video essay on YouTube that tells you that, like, Goku is the worst father ever. But then when you look, it's like, well, Goku didn't continue to force Gohan to fight. He let Gohan go off and be a nerd. Isn't that actually being, like, a good father? Isn't that something better than most fathers are capable of doing? You know, don't a lot of parents force their children to follow in their footsteps? Goku, in showing that respect to his son, I mean, I think that makes him a better dad, you know, than most. And I think that, you know, the idea that, oh, well, Gohan should have, you know, the Dragon Ball went downhill by trying to keep Goku in the spotlight. You know, and they were supposed to pass the torch to Gohan. I mean, clearly Gohan didn't want the torch passed him. He wanted to pursue his own methods. But people can make a video essay convincing you that Gohan should have been the main character and should have been forced into the spotlight and should have been the protector of Earth, and that Goku was a terrible, terrible father figure. And you know, it'll start internet discourse and people will believe it for years and years and years. And then they go back and actually watch Dragon Ball Z and they're like, wait a minute, it wasn't like that at all. But anyway, hey, we're here at World Marshal. And these fellows have something to say to us. Well, we can Ripper mode here, believe it or not. It's very funny because it makes dealing with this a little easier. Now, they still do scripted amounts of damage to us. You see, they still get us down to 0.1. And they really bully you on this difficulty. It's very funny. You can see they definitely have their hyper-aggressive AI. Oh no, now I can't attack anymore. As a contingency, just so they can make sure even on the easiest difficulty they whittle you down to 0.1 health. It's pretty funny. Anyway, it's monsoon time! Hey. Check it out. On the PC version, for some reason I can't skip this. You can skip this on the console version. Isn't that weird? Hey, there's my sword.
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke.
Yeah.
Controlled by something greater.
Is it memes? It's memes. They're the DNA of the soul, if you hadn't heard.
They are the culture. They are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they turn to hate.
That's true.
They become a
Kitty!
envy, greed, despair, millions.
But do you see this cat?
Is that a meme? You can't fight nature, Jack. Wind blows.
I still love this, because this, again, is just straight up like MGS2. Solidus yapping at us while, you know, Fortune, Snake, and Ocelot are just off to the sidelines. Charades usually are humorous, you know. That whole bit, that's a classic. Oh, look at him, checking his boots out.
That is until the illusion was broken.
Can you skip this on the PS3 version? I remember sitting through it a lot. Yes, you can. Absolutely. He's going to come from over there. So another interesting thing about this fight is we're not really in Ripper mode. We're in like a false Ripper mode. Kind of like the Lord Slug Dragon Ball Z movie where it's a false Super Saiyan. See that? Look, I tied it back to the narrative themes of talking about Dragon Ball. But yeah, it's not a real Ripper mode. So this fight is going to play out pretty similar no matter how many times you do it. And the other weapons aren't particularly effective against him. Morisama, however, is pretty good, so that'll make it be a little easier. Okay. Oh, an APC! I've been looking for a new car. Mine got blown up by a bunch of cops with bad mustaches. I wanted that repair paste because I'm full up on repair paste now. Nice. Yep, magnetic power. We love magnetic power. We don't know how magnets work. But we love magnetic power. Boop him on the snoot. This is still one of the coolest fights because it is the most... You know, the concept of the cyborg ninja has existed since MGS1. I feel like he's the most ninja of all. He looks like a ninja, he moves like a ninja, he does ninja moves. That's called a dystopia! It's the name of your weapon, come on.
Magnetic force, Jack. Nature.
This fight really just still rules, man. No matter how many times I do it, it's like the coolest. I said it last time, but it's no wonder that they just completely just took this and turned it into a Devil May Cry enemy, because, man, yeah. Just what if instead Monsoon was a lizard? With the same proportions as Monsoon, a three-pronged blade, the same color scheme. Same attack patterns. It's great. It's great. I don't know how well ninjas play as a main character, but I still feel like you gotta have something ninja-like in your game, you know? Something that, you know, when you fight it, you go, oh, that is a ninja. That is definitely a ninja. Lorentz Force. We love Lorentz Force. We love a bunch of things swirling around, and then the thing in the middle accelerates because of it.
So this is Jack's terrifying true form.
Yep. Oh, that one's gonna... Yep.
I have won this.
No, you haven't. Not when you're giving me free healing items, even on very hard. The lizard should have had the same voice actor as Monsoon. Come on, say it with me, Dante. Kula Rooney. Kula Rooney. That's a reference to the Nickelodeon animated series Rocket Power. Because the same voice actor, you see. Parry it! Cut it up into a trillion pieces. I beefed that segue. Ah, I get it. The squid beefed it. You see, because the Ika part of my name. Get it? So the squid beefed it. That's another Rocket Power reference. See, we have fun here. Just because Raiden's over here fighting for his life and his ideals doesn't mean we can't have a little fun. This is the coolest, man. Oh no! He's too fast for us. You know, I've always heard One Piece fans say that, oh man, Monsoon is totally Buggy the Clown. And I've never seen a clip of Buggy the Clown do anything that Monsoon does. Like, yeah, I know he's a clown that makes his body parts fly at you, and I know that Oda confirmed that he can throw his penis at you. But I've never seen him do, like, a little Psycho Crusher like this, you know? I don't know, One Piece fans. I don't know. That's all I have to say about that one. Is I don't know. I think Monsoon's a little cooler just through being a ninja rather than a clown. And you might be saying this is just ninjas versus pirates for the modern age, to which I say, well, I think we need to bring that feud back, yeah? I think we didn't have conclusive evidence on that one. And I think most people's idea of a ninja is a little more refined nowadays. And that maybe pirates are, you know, they're more or less the same. Like pirates, they like to drink and sing their folk songs and have fun and do crimes. But, you know, the stoic coolness of a ninja, you know, the composed nature. And then when you really think about it, I mean, what is a pirate? Well, they fight with their sword and their gun. They have their long red coats and they love having fun and being morally questionable. Ninjas, they have their Japanese swords and their reserved cool nature. It's basically Dante and Virgil. Now, in that instance, who wins? Virgil. He's more ninja-like. As I am stating right now, right here, for you, ninjas are just cooler. You don't see any cyborg pirates. Plenty of cyborg ninjas, though. Yes! I'm Bakushin! Did you miss the lore, too? Did we become too Bakushin to handle? They should give Dante a pirate costume. They gave Leon a pirate costume in RE6, so why not? Of course, Chris had the little sexy sailor outfit in Revelations. Who can forget that? Me, I would like to forget that. But, you know, they love to turn their sexy Capcom boys into nautical seamen. So I could see it. Funny that while fighting Monsoon, I brought up both One Piece and Dragon Ball. I guess what's going on here is very shonen coded, isn't it? Our ideals questioned, and we're pushed to our brink and unlock a new form of power that currently is a false form of power, but we will refine. I suppose that's just fitting, isn't it? That is one of the tropes, after all. And, you know, this troper... Oh, man. Oh, why am I... What is with all these old references? Ninjas versus Pirates, TV trope... What is going on with me today? Maybe it's just... Doing this fight, it puts me back in 2013. Oh. Ripper mode is pretty weak, Bankai. I'm gonna be real, I don't even remember what Bankai does. I don't even remember which one. Is Bankai when he gets the mask? Or is that something else? I think Bankai is when he gets the mask. Oh, I guess you're right. I guess there are cool pirate cyborgs. I forgot about Treasure Planet. That's correct. My mistake, my mistake. I stand corrected. I have been fact-checked. I concede. Basically invented a whole new animation technique to make him work. Which is kind of like an animation technique I've since used. So yeah, you know, respect where respect is due. Anyway, thanks for watching my video essay on animated classics, Monsoon. I hope you've enjoyed being my captive audience, or rather my decapitated audience. How droll. I kind of should have let that one play out because it's very funny. Your memes end here. There we go.